Say more than 200 people have been rescued from a wildfire burning in the mountains of central California. CAL FIRE says the creek fire exploded in size and has burned about 56 square miles, prompting a rescue operation at a remote campground. Air National Guard helicopters were being used to rescue dozens of people trapped at the Mammoth Pool campground in the Sierra National Forest. Authorities say more than 60 people were taken to hospitals in Fresno, some with serious injuries. A top elections official in North Carolina says much of the state's results could already be reported on election night. On NBC's Meet the Press, Karen Brinson Bell says up to 80% of the state's results could be known by the time polls close in the Tar Heel state. The executive director of the North Carolina State Board of Elections added that an election in June helped them prepare for what's coming in November. You're listening to the latest from NBC News Radio.
WOON Woonsocket, 1240 Woonsocket. First for fun, we're number one. The fun spot, it's true, is the Big W. Big W Woonsocket. ON Radio, ON Radio.
NBC News Radio, I'm Matt Mattinson. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is promising a focus on the national debt if President Trump wins a second term.
Before we got into COVID, I thought the debt was very manageable. We were having extraordinary growth. We were creating growth that would pay down the debt over time.
On Fox News Sunday, the secretary said he believed the debt was manageable in the past. However, that was before the coronavirus hit, and Mnuchin said vast amounts of money had
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Ann, the longest-running panel discussion show in American radio. To make a comment or ask a question of the panel, call 401-766-1240 or email coffee@woonsocketradio.com. And now, let's join the Coffee Ann panel.
And a good morning. It is a Coffee Ann time on Labor Day, September 7th, 2020. Good morning to you all. Thanks for joining us. This is Joe Callahan. Charlie Baldelli is here. Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Joe, and happy anniversary today. Happy anniversary to you and your beautiful wife.
Thank you very much. Romeo Bertham is here. Good morning, Romeo.
Good morning, Joe. Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day to you. And if you do want to call in a message, maybe Dave will answer the phone.
Maybe.
Or he might be doing something else. He might be doing something else. You could always write something in, though, to coffee@woonsocketradio.com. All right, now let's see. First thing we got to get to. Our first segment sponsor is Windermere Woods.
Windermere Woods, located at 1044 Mendon Road in Woonsocket. Windermere Woods, 401-762-4226, and also on the web at windermerewoods.com. Live at Windermere Woods in a nice atmosphere that provides caring, security, and comfort. Once you move in, you'll want to stay at Windermere Woods for many years and be happy. It's a comfortable place to live and meet new people, enjoy regular meals, and get peace of mind. Windermere Woods is a small community with a nice, friendly atmosphere, and Windermere Woods is affordable. Windermere Woods offers such programs as housekeeping services, transportation to doctor's appointments, and to shopping. Windermere Woods is a very secure facility, 24/7 staffing. Someone's there day and night. They provide social entertainment activities and invite you to come by and visit. Windermere Woods, 1044 Mendon Road, Woonsocket, 401-762-4226. Windermere Woods.
It is Coffee Ann on ON, AM and FM, 1240 AM, 99.5 FM. Thanks for joining us. It is Labor Day. We are live today. Normally we tape these things, but we said, guys, what are you all doing? We said, we're all doing nothing. Okay, come on in. So we all decided to come in and do the show.
It went exactly like that, too.
That's right. We're not doing anything.
What are we doing? Nothing. You want to come in? Yeah,
Yes.
why not? Romeo said, well, he's the leader of the band anyway. Romeo said, no, we'll come in.
It'll give us something to do.
He speaks for everybody.
So
Romeo speaks, the world listens.
Romeo brought in his Woonsocket's Centennial History book.
That was written during my administration.
It was.
Plus, I had the last 10 years of the centennial year.
Yeah, the last 8 years.
I did the last 8 years.
Yeah.
1888.
We've got a picture there.
1988.
Got a picture there, Romeo, right there. The Woonsocket's
Yeah, that's from the Centennial book, the first chapter, written by, I believe it was Ray Bacon. And a lot of people don't realize that Labor Day had its origins, back in the late 19th century. It was a labor union movement, actually.
Oh, really?
To a point where some people actually thought it was, kind of a socialist, believe it or not, holiday, because they were celebrating workers, workers of the world and all that. But here in Woonsocket, it was celebrated. Whoop, did I just? Yeah, there you go. I should leave that alone. I'm trying to read the thing. Okay. What did I do? Okay. Oh, it's not me. Okay.
You got to stabilize
yeah.
it, Romeo.
No, it's the cameraman. Yeah, that's all right.
There's Romeo.
Well, while we're waiting, it was 1889, the first time that Labor Day was celebrated here in Woonsocket. September 4th. Today is the 7th, right? The first Monday in September. Woonsocket workers assembled in front of the new courthouse to start the parade called the Parade of Wage Earners. Okay, and it included hundreds of men and women. Many gathered in their working clothes. The parade began at 10:30 a.m. It was led by the Woonsocket Cornet Band. The marches, some carrying American flags stuffed, they strutted onto the Court Street Bridge and through the principal streets of the city, lined with thousands of cheering onlookers. The march route also passed buildings which were appropriately decorated in their honor. And as the parade turned from Blackstone Street to Harris Avenue in the north end, the crowd followed them to Cold Spring Park. You know where that is, Charlie?
Absolutely.
Isn't there a park there named after you, or a field? Yeah. That's right, in the Baldelli Field, right?
Right.
The afternoon activities were ready to begin. It was a beautiful day, very much like today, I'm assuming.
No vandalism?
No
demonstration?
No.
No riot?
Listen to this. From afternoon until dusk, okay, Cold Spring Park was filled with some 5,000 celebrants. Think about that.
Wow.
The picnickers were serenaded by the music of the Brooks Orchestra, while sweet young ladies with their fancy summer gowns strode through the park. Others participated in the day's planned activities. And some of the games included a wheelbarrow race for Union men, a 100-yard for fat Union men. I'm sorry, I'm reading this at an angle. A 100-yard dash, a sack race, and a watermelon and pie eating contest. In a tug-of-war contest, the Manville Loom Fixers, that sounds like a team, had threatened to pull the Woonsocket boys, the Manville. The Woonsocket boys, representing the Social Mill, won. Wow. In a baseball game, which was described as interesting from start to finish, this is baseball, 1889.
The couldn't come up with a better adjective than interesting.
That's Ray Bacon. I'm using his. If he's listening now, you're going to have to apologize to him later, Joe. Now, the Woonsocket Machine and Press. Let's see. The Woonsocket Machine and Press team defeated the Social Norse 9 by a score of 18-10.
Ooh, a pitcher's duel.
Oh, must have been great. Yeah. The winners picked up. And the big prize was $25 for the winner. And we're almost done. The day was not without the expected speech making. One speaker, a Mr. Strauss from the Cigar Makers Union, congratulated the Woonsocketers on their first and fitting celebration of Labor Day. He reminded them that the strength of unions in Woonsocket had grown substantially and that members now numbered in the thousands. He further stated that they, the workers, were the basic reason for the success of Woonsocket as a thriving community. Indeed, there were many older workers in the crowd which could relate to his statement. Their years of hard, skilled labor had created this new progressive city known as Woonsocket. The community was but a sleepy agricultural area when Samuel Slater first successfully spun cotton in the Pawtucket Mill on the Blackstone River back in the 1790s. That's basically the story of Woonsocket's first Labor Day celebration.
So looking at that photograph, Romeo, where is the photographer standing to get that photo?
On top of McCarthy.
Yeah, I was going to say the same
McCarthy's
thing.
building?
The fifth floor.
Harris Institute.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, probably the Harris. I'm not even sure. Was McCarthy's there?
Yes, it was.
In 1888?
Yeah. And the ITU at that time.
1899.
Yeah.
Oh, this picture was... Okay, so this was the first Labor Day parade, but they had the first celebration 10 years before.
Okay.
Yeah. And I see the courthouse is
Great
still there.
picture, though.
Bridge is still there.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, it's in black and white.
And the river's still there.
The river's still there.
The old courthouse is
I don't see the bypass underneath. The Main Street bypass isn't there. The Truman bypass.
it was the trench.
Back then, nobody even knew who Truman was. Okay. So there you go. That's our little salute
good.
to Labor Day.
Thanks,
A
Romeo.
little bit of history there. Thank you, Romeo.
And I want to thank Ray Bacon because he wrote the first chapter of the book, The New City, 1888 to 1900.
That is
from
by the way, I looked at it the other day. I was going through the book, and I said, my God, there was a lot of work being done writing that book. I mean, we had some very prolific authors, you being
did.
one of them.
Yeah,
Ray Bacon, Martin Crowley, Fortin, I think it was Roger Fortin or Marcel Fortin.
Let's see, David Boulay and David.
Oh, and David. What a great guy.
Yeah, he was a good friend of yours.
Oh,
In fact, he named one of his kids after you.
He named his son after me.
Yeah. Bob Mulcahy, Nancy Hudson, remember her from the Call?
Oh, absolutely. From
Phyllis
the Call.
Thomas, Larry Poitras.
Wow.
Martin Crowley, one of Dave's good friends, my former boss. Zell Levin, who was the manager of this station for many, many years. Yeah, those are the...
and they kept the last one for the greatest of them all. Romeo Berthium had the pleasure of doing the last decade.
My biggest cheerleader, Charlie Baldelli.
Yes, I am.
But in the year 2000, they wrote, Ray Bacon wrote an addendum. He added a chapter.
Oh, did he?
The 90s. So I guess it's time for another addendum because 20 years have passed since then. So, Ray, get going. I know you don't buy green bananas anymore either, so you better hurry. I better watch what I say. I'll end up being recruited. Okay.
No, I bring up that thing about it was an interesting baseball game. I had a professor in college, English professor, and she said never use the word interesting to describe anything because it really says nothing.
That's true.
You might as well say nothing.
No, I know what you meant. I was just teasing you, of course.
Interesting in what way?
I know.
Did something bad happen? Did something good happen?
It's kind of a comment. It's an empty comment.
Yeah,
when
you got nothing else to say.
We could change the subject and say, what President Trump allegedly said about the military was, quote, interesting.
Yes, you can say you can put it that way.
Notice I said allegedly.
Yes, that's right.
There you go.
Other thing, news story that broke over the last night. Lou Brock passed away.
Yes.
Oh, wow!
That's two baseball players.
Who was the other one? The Mets.
Tom Seaver.
Tom Seaver
passed away about a week or so
ago.
Young
man, 75 years old.
Tom Seaver was 75. Lou Brock was 81.
81. Okay. I think Seaver had Alzheimer's. I'm pretty sure he did. Unfortunately. And they say it comes in threes, so
I'm waiting to see next baseball.
Don't look at me, Romeo. Don't look at me.
Nah, you got to be a professional baseball player.
No, you got to be a professional. You can all related to one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm related to a ball player. That's right. But quite a good ball player too.
I know.
All right, so and other things going on. Those kids down at URI.
Yes, well, that's your alma mater, right?
No, I went to Rick.
That's my wife's alma mater.
You know, all they have to do, all the kids have to do, is say we were out there protesting. Now, protesting what? That's you don't even have to say what you're protesting. So that's why you're doing it at midnight. That's another story.
So what exactly happened, Joe?
I don't know. They all got together. Hundreds of them got together on the quad down there at URI, and just to get together.
Okay.
What was the purpose?
They didn't say. Just to be social. They want to get together and have a good time.
Were they socially distancing?
No, that's the problem.
Absolutely
Were they wearing masks?
No, they weren't. No. See, that's the problem, though. That's why I said just say you were protesting because that's okay. Yeah. Look at Portland.
Yeah.
Look at Rochester, New York.
Rochester.
Last night was Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well, it indicates to me that Democrats.
That's okay.
Democrats don't know how to run a city or a state. Wherever the problems are, there's a Democrat running the city or the state.
He's starting to sound like somebody I heard before.
And this comes from a registered Democrat.
Did you hear what Northeastern University did?
Yes, they expelled
11 kids. Yeah. 11 students were in a hotel room because they're using hotel rooms as dorms now. They try to keep the kids separate. So they caught 11 kids inside one hotel room. and they said they weren't wearing masks and they weren't being social distanced. Well, you put 11 people in a hotel room and try to stay 6 feet apart.
Impossible.
It is impossible.
And not only they weren't only suspended, they were expelled. They were thrown out, and they're not reimbursing their tuition.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's
good. It's about time somebody indicates a backbone.
So the parents are going to feel about that one.
Oh, they'll sue. I'm sure they will.
I predict they will be readmitted.
Well, they said that. They said they're going to lose $36,000. That's how much it costs for one semester.
That's a big fine.
They can come back in the spring if they. I don't know what they got to do. Re-up or re-sign up or do whatever they want.
Pay another $36K.
Oh, that's for the spring semester. Yeah. So
Did you demonstrate, Joe Callahan, when you were in college?
There was nothing to demonstrate for or against. The only no.
You weren't
Did we
there
do
during
something? Yeah.
During the Vietnam War? No, you weren't.
No.
Okay, I don't know how old you are, Joe.
I was 6. So I really
Okay, you're 6 years old.
didn't know what was going on.
I was in college during the Vietnam War, and to be honest with you, I had no time to demonstrate. I was too busy working to pay my tuition, as most people of that era were, at least where I went to school, Providence College.
We didn't really have a demonstration. We had one. I worked for the radio station on campus, and the station threw a party off campus at a club in downtown Providence. It was on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night. We rented out the club, and we made money. We made money that night, and a ton of people went. And we had a couple of bands there, and we had a few other. What would now be considered politically incorrect contests that were taking place up on stage. The next day, there was another student, a female student, that was outraged. She was there. She was outraged at what took place, and she wanted us. I don't know what she wanted us really to do, like kicked off campus or shut down or something like that. So all the members of the station, we marched to whatever hearing they were having, and so we were there like en masse. And as she was explaining her side to the college, I guess, and when she was old, she was like halfway through her thing, and the person stopped her. She said, "Wait a minute," and they said, "Did this take place off campus?" And she said, "Yes." Case dismissed.
All right.
No, it took place. She was. I can tell you later what she was upset about.
This
off air.
Yeah.
Can I hint a little bit, or
go ahead?
Have something to do with T-shirts?
Yes, it did. As a matter of fact,
we'll leave it at that. Okay.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Okay. And that was a few years ago.
Well, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I guess that's a few.
Yeah, that's a few years.
But as soon as the school found out, wait a minute, this was off campus, didn't take place on campus. We're done. We're all done. Go away.
The thing with Northeastern, then, getting back to that, there's a relationship to that story. The so-called gathering of 11 students in that hotel room, wasn't that off campus?
Technically yes, but the school's renting it from the hotel, so it's now it becomes school grounds. So
that's true.
Unless they get a good lawyer and try to fight it and use it that they were really off campus, and you have nothing to say about it.
I guess you could compare it to a field trip when a high school takes a field trip somewhere and something happens off campus.
But if you were a parent of one of these kids, wouldn't you be embarrassed?
I'd be not only embarrassed, I'd be a little upset. $36,000.
Yeah, down the drain.
Out the window, $36,000.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think they're going to sue for that money back.
They might.
They'll get a free semester.
Maybe.
That's my prediction. Yeah.
Well, it won't come up to the courts for years from now, though.
Yeah.
So maybe something will happen.
Can I bother you?
Of course.
All right, we're going to take a break here on the Coffee and program. More is coming your way. This segment has been sponsored by Windermere Woods.
Windermere Woods, located at 1044 Menden Road in Woonsocket. Windermere Woods, 401-762-4226, and also on the web at windermerewoods.com. Live at Windermere Woods in a nice atmosphere that provides caring, security, and comfort. Once you move in, you'll want to stay at Windermere Woods for many years and be happy. It's a comfortable place to live and meet new people, enjoy regular meals, and get peace of mind. Windermere Woods is a small community with a nice, friendly atmosphere, and Windermere Woods is affordable. Windermere Woods offers such programs as housekeeping services, transportation to doctor's appointments, and to shopping. Windermere Woods is a very secure facility, 24/7 staffing. Someone's there day and night. They provide social entertainment activities and invite you to come by and visit. Windermere Woods, 1044 Minden Road, Woonsocket, 401-762-4226. Windermere Woods. I'm here with Celeste Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency in North Smithfield. Celeste, tell me about the Benjamin Agency.
Most of our business is providing home and auto insurance. However, we feel the most important thing is to insure people. Everyone insures their home, their autos, which are really just objects. I don't know if you know this, Dave, but only 57% of Americans even have life insurance. You may get into an accident, you may have a claim on your home, but life insurance is a guaranteed payout for your family. We are here to keep your family going. Our family serving your family.
You're in good hands with Allstate and Kara and Celeste Benjamin of the Benjamin Insurance Agency, 125 Eddie Dowling Highway, across from Dowling Village in North Smithfield, 765-5000.
My community means everything to me. That's why I joined the Army National Guard. I'm proud of where I'm from, and as a soldier, I get to give back to the people that helped me succeed. The training and leadership skills I get from the Army National Guard help me every day when I teach young people and look out for my community. If you'd like to learn how you too can serve part-time in the community you love, visit nationalguard.com.
Sponsored by the Rhode Island Army National Guard, aired by the Rhode Island Broadcasters Association and this station.
The Coffee and Panel is enjoying coffee from Down East Coffee in Pawtucket. They're a 62-year-old family business that roasts all its coffee right here in Rhode Island. Founded originally as Excellent Coffee Company, they provide great coffee to food service establishments throughout New England.
ON Radio.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. This is Joe Callahan here with Romeo Berthum and Charlie Baldelli. So we'll see what happens to the kids down at URI. It made national news, made our national news. 100 kids out there. So I said, you know what's gonna end up happening, or what's gonna force the kids to do?
What?
What we used to do. You're gonna make them go into the woods. And
make them go into the woods for what?
Hide.
And that's what they're gonna hide.
Yeah.
Oh.
Instead of getting together on the quad, let's get together in the woods, in the forest. So we can't be seen. No one's going to come looking for us. At least we don't think so.
Yep.
You're just going to. We'll meet by the third tree, and that's what's going to happen.
That's the difference. This is what's going on in the country today. You don't like something, demonstrate. You can always get 100 people.
Well,
to
that's
march
what I
with
said.
you.
Call you. Just say you were protesting, and everything will be fine.
Yeah, anything.
No,
Anything.
you're what? Going against my First Amendment rights.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the school will go, okay,
Yeah.
okay, do whatever you want. Don't sue us. And that's what it might come to. So, you want to hear the other crazy college story I heard over the weekend?
Sure. Yes.
All right. University of Southern California.
Okay.
It is a master's degree program in communications. This professor out there, he has been suspended while they investigate. And he was dealing, Zoom class with his MBA students, and he was talking about giving a speech and how different countries use different filler words. Like in the United States, we'll say a lot of ums, as you're trying to get to your next statement. For some reason, he was trying to talk. He was trying to. He was saying about what? Yeah, I'm doing it now. He's trying to say how Chinese do it, and he said a word where if you pronounce it, he was actually pronouncing it incorrectly. Found out later. He was pronouncing it incorrectly, but it sounds a lot or very close to the N word.
Oh.
Now, all the students, they got him suspended. How dare you say that word in front of us?
Come on.
Impressionable 22 and 23-year-olds who can't handle it. And I read about, they went to the university. They are distraught. They can't function. They can't think. We can't eat. We can't sleep. I'm like, are you out of your minds?
I think one of the professor's wives will bake them some cookies, and they'll feel better.
Well, now they went to.
Can you believe that?
It's funny. They went to some Chinese students, and they said, "Okay, he's actually pronouncing it incorrectly."
Correctly.
And they said, "How are you supposed to pronounce it?" So it's like ni something like that. All right. And so now he's come out and apologized, but he's been suspended, well, with pay, so that's good, while they investigate. So another teacher has had to come and take over the class so the other kids are not distraught. I said distraught. How can you be so weak?
Yep.
Weak-minded.
Well, California, the
that's
center
where-
of political correctness.
Yeah, that's where all the
Right?
crazies
Yeah.
live. Yeah.
Some people would say that.
I can say that.
Of course.
Are there
You would say that, John.
Are there just people out there on these campuses that are looking for ways to get back at the professors, or how do we get a free A? How do we get an easy A out of this class?
Right.
So I don't have to do any work. I don't have to study anything. I don't have to write anything. I don't have to take any tests. I'll just say I'm so distraught, but if you give me an A, I'm going to be fine.
I'm going to be fine.
What happens to these guys, all these students, that get into the corporate
I don't know.
world?
They're
And the
gonna learn
corporate world
nothing.
is a big, different world. The corporate world is
Sure
in that classroom.
Yeah.
They,
I don't know. They're not going to survive.
I just have one
they're
question,
not.
Joe.
They're not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Why did the professor apologize? He didn't do anything wrong.
That's what they do.
Yeah, but
Well, he apologized for mispronouncing it,
Oh,
and he's sorry he offended whoever he might have offended. That's what you need to apologize for. Why am I apologizing?
Yeah.
I'm apologizing because you're
In other words,
upset.
I didn't mean to offend.
I didn't
you.
mean to
If I
upset
did, I'm
you.
sorry, but that wasn't my intention. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. Sad.
University.
How would you have
Southern-
handled that,
Southern
Romeo, in your
California.
classroom?
How would I have handled it?
Yeah.
I would have been suspended probably. No, I would have taken some time off. No, I don't know. I don't think it would have happened to me in high school, but you never know. Now,
Right.
in this era, probably it would. How would I would have probably done the same thing. Sorry if I offended anybody. That wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. That's exactly what Joe said. I agree with that. But at that point, I would have just stopped at that point. I would have said, that's it. I'm not apologizing for saying that because I didn't have any bad, negative intention.
Well, why is it his fault when he says a word that's of Chinese origin sounds like something you don't like? That is not his fault.
Right.
I'm sorry he mispronounced it, but he also says I've been pronouncing it that way for 10 years, never knowing he was pronouncing it incorrectly because he's not Chinese. So
okay.
that's just the.
That's another issue.
Oh,
he
well,
would have been
he's
Chinese.
He's Caucasian. They probably would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
Anyway, all right.
It's a crazy world we're living in.
It is.
All right.
Crazy.
So we had a whale wash up on Scarborough Beach in the middle of the day, and I it's so funny. Officials are investigating, and I think, you know what? Animals just die. They just die
like people.
Like people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never true.
If you ever see a deer dead by the side of the road?
No.
Okay. How about a raccoon or something?
Yes.
Okay. Should there be an investigation?
No.
That's right. No, because the animal has died. Now I think what they really mean was the whale killed by humans, or did it just die naturally?
Well, they were going out there to investigate.
Well, right.
I suspect it died naturally.
And just it died.
But it was only a baby whale.
It was how big was it?
It was young.
Babies die too.
It's a whale of a story, though.
It's a juvenile.
Charlie, you're good.
Didn't say how old. Just a juvenile. It was a juvenile whale.
Right.
So now they'll.
I was talking to the person that runs my pitch league, which was not running this year because of coronavirus, and they said at one time on a Monday we had 122 seniors playing pitch.
Wow.
And we're down to around, I don't know, 70 or 80 now. And the woman who was running the league for me said, well, we're down to around 70 or 80. Why? I said, because old people die. You want to know why we're down to 70 or 80? Old people die. You may not want to believe this, but they do.
The other 40 that were not there did not show up, not because of coronavirus. Well, maybe they died from coronavirus.
We suspended we had to suspend a bocce league and a pitch league, but we're still playing a softball league.
There are some people that will not go out at all. I have a cousin who owns a restaurant in the city here. I'm not going to mention any names, of course. And he spent a lot of money getting his place ready for this new world that we live in. We invested a lot of money in outdoor dining and all that other equipment. And he says, I'm only getting about a third of what I used to get a year ago. And it's got nothing to do with people being upset with my restaurant. It's because it's happening to all restaurants. Because they belong to a fraternity, they talk to each other. People just are not coming out. People are afraid.
I know of two couples that have been sheltering in since March.
Haven't left there, really?
And they haven't shot themselves yet.
No, I mean, I can't. No,
I know.
I'm just the
I
opposite
didn't
of
mean to
that.
make light of that. Yeah.
In fact, when we landed at Green Airport, the National Guardsmen were there, and they
Yeah.
said, you're quarantined for
That's right.
14 days. And my wife said, shh, good luck. You can
Yeah, sure
You'll
thing.
never quarantine my husband.
I was told the same thing when I landed in May, and I said, okay, thank you, of course.
What else can you say, right?
You don't argue with them, but you know, who's
Well,
going to
you know
enforce
what? Why do you argue with police? They say,
Never.
get out of the car,
Yeah.
get out of the car.
that? Right.
They say, put your hands there, put your hands there.
Yeah, I wonder why they get shot.
Then they wonder why.
I know.
It's very simple.
Yeah,
Just
obey
take
the,
orders. Just go,
yeah.
yes, sir.
Respect
That's it.
the authorities. Yeah, that's what I was taught when I was a kid. Never argue with a cop.
No, never.
And you know,
Because you're going to lose.
yeah.
He says, get out, get out.
Yes.
He says, put
Yes,
your
sir.
hands there, put your hands there. That's simple.
What
It's
did I
very
do?
simple.
Don't question me, okay?
So
Sorry.
are the people are they just listening to the media stories that just say, and here's the new death toll? Here's these how many people died in Rhode Island today because of COVID-19, and here are the new cases.
You know what, Joe? I think that's waning. People are just...
It is, but people, you still hear, there's 50 new cases.
Yeah.
All right, there's
Well,
30 new cases
I
today.
heard it this morning. I heard like 40, let's see, out of the 50 states, you know, I don't have the exact numbers. 26 are reporting an increase, 14 are reporting a decrease.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? And now I also heard the national media say that by Christmas, there will have been 400,000 deaths. Now, why in 3 months are they going to double the number of deaths they had from March to September?
Because they had to write a story.
I think, I think it's an exaggeration.
I think the rioting has taken over.
People
the
die
news.
every day, as you just said, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And you wonder how many of them really died from coronavirus. You know,
Was it you that said 9,000 only?
That was me.
Can be you, Joe.
That was
attributed
last week.
really
Yeah.
to COVID-19.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's possible. I mean, it's hard to understand. And somebody said, wait till November 3rd. It'll all be over.
The vaccine will be available for all of us.
Possibly.
If that's true, then,
Hopefully.
Wow.
All right, break time again here in Coffee Inn, and time for the weather forecast. It's going to be a nice day today. Weather is sponsored by Staples Stores. We are looking at a sunny day today and a high near 79. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 61. Tomorrow, starts out cloudy, becomes sunny in the afternoon, a high even warmer, high near 84. Tuesday night, partly cloudy, low 61. Wednesday, partly sunny, high near 81. And Thursday, mostly cloudy, chance of showers on Thursday, and a high near 82. And currently outside the Navigant Credit Union broadcast studio on the corner of Park Avenue and Kennedy Street, we have sunny skies and 69 degrees. Staples helps your business go big with everything you need at amazing prices, from office essentials like paper and ink to health essentials like masks and sanitizer. Save big at Staples.
When it comes to emergency service for plumbing and heating, you can't beat C.J. Nemus, 37 Corey Street in Woonsocket. C.J. Nemus offers over 15 years of experience and is licensed in both Rhode Island and Massachusetts. C.J. Nemus offers complete heating system service, plumbing, water heaters, plus drain and sewer cleaning. Remember that senior citizens receive a 10% discount. So give Charlie a call today at C.J. Nemus, 769-4776. They're registered with the Better Business Bureau. They're a master plumber with quality service. It's the only way and the best way. With C.J. Nemus, call today, 769-4776 for C.J. Nemus.
When it comes to kitchen and bath remodel projects, no one wants to feel like they have to tame a lion. That's why the team at Countertops by Superior consistently deliver the highest quality and customer satisfaction you have come to know and expect. Countertops by Superior has a 5-step process to getting new kitchen or bath countertops in your home. First step is a free, all-inclusive, in-home sales quote. Second step is you choose a stone for your countertops. They have beautiful engineered and natural stones. Third step is they will visit your home and formulate an exact template for your countertops. Fourth step is you come back to the showroom to digitally lay the template out on your chosen stone. The fifth step is installation day. Countertops by Superior invites you to their showroom, and you can see for yourself all the beautiful stones in the slab room. No lion taming at Countertops by Superior, 840 Cumberland Hill Road, Woonsocket. Visit them online at countertopsbysuperior.com.
ON Radio, ON Worldwide.
Hi, this is Joe Callahan, the moderator of the longest-running panel discussion show on American radio, Coffee Ann. Join us every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. for the Coffee Ann program on ON, AM, and FM. All right, it is time. This segment of the Coffee and Program is sponsored by the Call newspaper.
The Call, Woonsocket's daily hometown newspaper since 1892, is still essentially a paper for the people. Our photographs record happenings that make news, and some will have historical significance in years to come, while others are intended to entertain or inform you of current events. They illustrate life's drama, which runs the gamut of humor to tragedy and everywhere in between. We're more than a reporter of daily news. Many readers continue to look to our paper for entertainment and relaxation offered by cartoons, comics, and other lighter features offered daily. In addition, we provide you with dates, times, and places of social event happenings throughout the community. Local sports covered daily by award-winning sports staff writers. If you're not subscribing to your local daily newspaper, you should. Call us today at 767-8522. Home delivery is just a phone call away at 767-8522. We take great pride in our publication and our sincere wish to serve you, our readers, at the Call.
All right, it is Coffee and here on ON AM and FM. This is Joe Callahan here with Romeo Berthium and Charlie Baldelli. So this is what they're going to do with the whale. Because I asked Dave, I said, what do you do with it now? Do you drag it back out in the sea?
Yeah.
And he said, well, no.
They're gonna bury it.
They'll bury it. You can't. If you stop pulling on it, it's going to come apart. So,
Where will
and
they
you don't
bury
want
it?
that.
On
So,
the beach?
On the beach.
They'll
yeah.
actually dig a
Just dig a very big hole. And
Yeah.
A
throw it
very
in there.
big hole.
How big is the whale? But I know it's a big.
I have no
How
idea.
big?
I don't have a
And this happened what over the
Sunday.
weekend? Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday at Scarborough.
Wow.
No, I don't have the exact size here. But anyway, the college my son went to, this happened up in Maine. The same kind of whale. I'm not sure the same size. Beach itself, and
Yeah.
so they called the marine biology people at the school. What do you want to do with it? And there was a woman up there that ran, the professor up there said, "This is what we're going to do," and they buried it, and she put a marker where it was, and about a year or so later, took another class, went back, dug it up.
Really?
It gave plenty of time to decompose. All that's left is now bones. Most of the sand mites have already gotten to it
I would
and
think.
have cleaned it off.
Yeah.
They pulled up all the bones. They cleaned up what was left, and then reassembled the bones
Oh, really?
in a
Museum?
classroom
Really? Wow.
up on the wall. And so there's a whale
Whale.
skeleton on the wall, and I saw it. I said, "Well, that's really cool."
Well, I guess
so
so.
that became a whole project of how to clean the whale bones and just we'll reassemble it. And I said, "Wow, that's really cool that they did that."
That's a whale of a story.
It is a whale of a story, isn't it? That's pretty good.
There's
All
a
right.
place, there's a
And
place
the-
in
and
South
the-
Dakota where they do that with a woolly mammoth.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and they get in a closed building, and you got all these people reassembling the woolly mammoth in South Dakota.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's
Is that
it's a
near
big-
Woonsocket, South Dakota, Charlie?
I spent 2 weeks in South Dakota with Jeanette. We traveled around the two
Did you
of
go to
us.
Woonsocket?
And we didn't go there because the
Yeah.
person that said, they're that way, and there's nothing there. You're going to waste your
It's
time
off the
going
it's
there.
off the beaten path.
Yeah.
I've been there.
So I said, I'm not
The-
going there.
You just
the year,
waved.
The year
There.
I went back in 1994. I remember the year because the year my youngest son graduated from high school. It was his high school graduation gift, a cross country trip. We had a great time, and we stopped in Woonsocket, South Dakota. At the time, Francis Lenko was the mayor.
Oh, okay.
He gave me a proclamation to give to the mayor
Yeah,
of
good.
Woonsocket, South
Yeah.
Dakota. And the mayor of Woonsocket, South Dakota, his office was at home.
Yeah.
And he was getting ready to go on a fishing trip. Nice guy. I found out there were 7 people that graduated from Woonsocket High School that year.
Really?
That high school. They call it a city, even though maybe 1,200 people. Main industry in that city, what do you think it was? It wasn't textiles. It was taxidermy.
Oh,
Imagine
taxidermy.
that.
Wow. Okay.
And a
gotta be.
little bit of history. I'm sure you know this, Charlie. The city was founded by a guy named C.D. Pryor, Pryor, and he was from Woonsocket, Rhode Island. Worked for the railroad, and he named this place after his hometown. And there's a body of water there called Lake Pryor, named after him. But they're very familiar with Woonsocket, Rhode Island. They know that we are the sister city, and where it all
Well,
started.
we were dissuaded from
Nice
going
people.
there. We spent
Yeah.
2 weeks touring
Yeah.
all of South Dakota.
South
which,
Dakota's
in fact, I
very
want to
nice.
go back there next
Oh, yeah.
year.
Nice country.
Oh, it's
Beautiful.
beautiful. Beautiful.
The Black Hills and Mount Rushmore.
Custer, you got
Oh, yeah.
the Badlands,
Beautiful country.
you got the Walls Drugs, and
Yes,
all.
yes,
you
you
got
do.
the Custer National Park is
But
beautiful.
the city is off the beaten path. That's why very people
way
go
off.
that way.
So the
You
guys
gotta go out of your way to
You're
get
only here
there.
for 2 weeks. You don't want to travel way over there.
I know.
So we didn't go way over there.
Okay. Interesting.
But I want to go back next year,
All right.
God willing.
Oh, I'm sure you will.
C'est bon Dieu est bon pour vous. C'est bon Dieu est bon pour moi.
They-
You know what he just said?
No.
If God
Hello?
is good for...
God is good for me. God is good for you.
All right. There you
Not
go.
bad for an Italo-American. He said that very well. He
You
grew up
know,
in...
one day say Charlie est bien beau garçon. Il va mess.
Charlie's a good-looking guy, and he goes to church.
That's it. That's what they, all right. Hey, don't forget, I grew up in social. If I didn't learn how to speak some French, I was in trouble.
So did you do any social distancing while you were growing up?
Hey,
That was a different world.
Tomorrow's election day.
Yes, it is.
It's primary day.
In Rhode Island, right?
And Rhode Island votes
Yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Hey, you were wrong, and
Yeah, no, I'm wrong
and
often.
and I voted wrong.
Find
Yeah,
out-
I voted for Kennedy in the primary
And he
last
lost.
week.
Yeah, I want to ask you about that. Is the
and I-
Kennedy dynasty over?
No,
Possibly.
they're making a big deal out of that. I think it's just a matter of.
He's gonna come back
monarchy,
again, you think?
I mean, yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if he will, but the family's not going. It's not the first time they lose. I think his cousin was the lieutenant governor of Maryland.
This is the first time a Kennedy has lost in
Massachusetts.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes. But I heard, and I brought this up before, not to worry about Kennedy, but what may happen, and, the stars have got to align and everything like that. But if Joe Biden gets elected, he could take Elizabeth Warren to be part of his cabinet or whatever, and then she would just appoint Joe Kennedy to be senator, and then he'll finish out her term, and then he'll run again.
Well, yeah, but Baker has the opportunity to do that as the governor.
Who does the appointing?
Charlie Baker,
the governor?
the Republican. He's the one who would pick the
okay, I thought
successor.
All right.
Yeah, he's right. Charlie's right on that.
But he may still pick Baker. I mean, he may still pick Kennedy.
Well,
I don't think so.
Baker is
I don't think so.
I don't know of any Republicans.
Baker is a Democrat in Republican clothing. A lot of people are saying that. Because he's very popular.
He's very popular.
In the most liberal state in the country.
Yeah. He's the most popular governor in this country.
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
And I think a good candidate for president someday. A lot of people
I
don't
agree with you. Yeah. And I think that he'll select someone because the margin of Democrats and Republicans in the Senate is minuscule. A couple votes here or there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so if that happens and Warren goes on the cabinet for the president, he'll pick a Republican.
Or another scenario is that
maybe he'll pick himself.
A President Biden would pick Kennedy to be in his cabinet.
Yeah.
But I doubt that.
That's another scenario.
What if Baker picks himself?
He could. Well, he could.
Yeah.
He could appoint himself senator.
Right.
There's somebody in Rhode Island that did that. You would know this. Back in the 40s, his name was John Pastore.
Yeah.
He was governor.
He appointed himself.
And when Howard McGrath became Attorney General under Truman in 1948, 49, he resigned as governor, appointed himself as a U.S. senator, and then the rest is history. He's one of the most popular senators
He
in
was
Rhode
very
Island
popular.
history. John O.
Quite the orator, too.
Oh, yeah. He nominated LBJ at the 1964 convention in Atlantic City.
Right.
So there's a runoff tomorrow in North Smithfield.
Oh, yeah.
For town administrator. Got to cut 3 down to 2.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we had 2 of the candidates on Coffee and last week. The third one, because of a scheduling issue, we couldn't have on, which was too bad. But if you're in North Smithfield, boy, this is a tough choice.
Yeah.
After talking with two of the candidates, I'm like, wow, they have a tough choice to see who they're going to pick. They were both very good.
I'm going to make a prediction, and I used to live in North Smithfield. I don't know any of these gentlemen, but I think the one who is the vice president of the town council now, what's his name?
We got Paul Jones, we got Doug Osher, and Paul Zwolinski.
He's going to win. That's my prediction. I mean, he's going to be in the top 2.
Okay.
And I think he'll go on
I
to
agree.
win.
A little bit I know about North Smithfield politics.
Yeah.
North Smithfield was predominantly a Republican community.
Yeah.
And that surprised me when, what's her name, Melissa Murray, won the Senate seat there.
Oh, yeah. Well, she's also got some Woonsocket.
Well, she has Woonsocket and...
And what about Linda Tebow? She comes on Coffee Inn, doesn't she?
Yeah, Tuesdays.
She used to be the town administrator. I bet you it'd be interesting to get her
her opinion on who she thinks.
There you
go. I'll ask her tomorrow.
Yeah, she's a great lady.
As one of the candidates pointed out, the Doug Osher, who he pointed out on this program, that he's the only candidate out of the 3 that has an MBA in finance.
That might impress some people.
It might sway some people.
But I don't think it'll impress the vast majority of voters. Do you, Charlie? What do you think?
No.
I think there's nothing wrong with having a degree like that. I think it shows your qualifications. But I think when politicians, quote unquote, brag about their degrees like that, it turns people off.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, who do you think you are? There was a candidate in...
It's just a way of saying I've got experience in money management.
I understand what he's saying,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I have been known to be wrong a few times.
We have a candidate running for mayor who has an MBA and declared personal bankruptcy, lost his house to foreclosure.
Not going there.
And he has an MBA. So
Okay.
you figure.
So and there's a runoff for mayor in Cranston tomorrow, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think so.
Fung? Is he running again?
I don't think
Fung
so.
is not running.
No,
His wife is running for some position. I don't know what.
Okay.
His wife.
Fung? See, I didn't know
I'm
that.
very friendly with Fung.
Okay.
Great guy. You know why? Big pro-life guy.
Yeah.
And me, that's my litmus test. You're pro-life, I vote for you. You're not pro. I told that to Cicilline. I said, if I were... Well, him and I don't get along.
Okay.
David?
Because Richard P. and I ran a campaign against him. We won every community in northern Rhode Island.
Who did? Cicilline?
No,
No.
you lost
You guys.
them all. We won them all.
You won, okay.
We won every community in northern
I
Rhode
thought you
Island. We
won.
thought we were on our way to win.
Yeah.
Till we got to Providence, saw the vote of all the entitlement people, and we lost.
Yeah.
We went down the drain.
That
Yep.
happens.
And I called him on pro-life. I said, if you're a guy who prays and you believe in God, you're going to be judged. You're going to be judged. 2,000 babies aborted every week.
Did he just dismiss you, or just say?
He said, it's the law of the land. That's the excuse. Well, it's the law. You know? Roe
What
versus
he's bringing
Wade.
Roe versus Wade?
Yeah, it's the law.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
You
because
still don't,
it's-
you don't have to like it.
Just because it's legal doesn't mean it's moral, right, Charlie?
That's right. That's absolutely right. So that's enough of my political stuff.
All right.
I don't want to get into it.
Break time once again here on Coffee Inn. So this segment of the Coffee Inn program has been brought to you by the Call newspaper.
The Call is proud to announce a new and improved daily classified advertising program for our newspaper readers, subscribers, and advertisers. Blackstone Valley Values is a more affordable local buying and selling marketplace every day of the week. Lost and found, apartment rentals, items for sale, homes for sale or rent, and even job listings will now be even more within your reach. As always, if you have something you want to sell, call us today with your ad, and it'll appear in the next day's call. Be sure to contact us, though, before the 3 p.m. deadline. Furthermore, if you're a subscriber to the Call, you'll benefit from value member discounts and possibly some free advertisements with this new program offer. The Call continues to be dedicated to you, as we have been for over 120 years. Call us today and learn more about our new classified program at 767-8503. To subscribe to the Call and become a valued member, call today, 767-8522. The Baroaster House restaurant on Pond Street in Woonsocket is open for takeout and delivery of any dish on their menu. All you have to do is call them at 762-1717. Tell them if you'll pick it up or if you want it delivered. You have a choice. The Broaster House is open 7 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 4 to 8, Thursday 4 to 9, and Friday and Saturday 3 to 9, Sundays noon to 8. You don't have to miss your favorite Broaster House meal. Order takeout or delivery at 762-1717. That's 762-1717. The Broaster House. As you know, to protect you and your family from possible COVID-19 infection, the organizers of Woonsocket's Autumn Fest have canceled this year's celebration. But you can still support Autumn Fest and possibly win some great prizes when you buy a 2020 Autumn Fest button. Yes, the 2020 Autumn Fest buttons were already manufactured when Autumn Fest was canceled. So, the button contest is on. The price of the numbered buttons is the same, just $1, and they're available at the offices of ON Radio, 985 Park Avenue, Woonsocket, at any little general store, or at an increasingly long list of local businesses which you can see on the web at autumnfest.org, where, if you wish, you may even buy your Autumn Fest buttons online. This year, the grand prize is $500 in cash donated by Bouchard Broadcasting. The first prize is $250 in cash donated by Little General Convenience Stores. The second prize is $100 in cash donated by The Honey Shop. Join in on the fun. Be sure to get your 2020 Autumn Fest button today.
All right, it's Coffee Inn here on ON AM and FM. Thanks for joining us this morning. I'm Joe Callahan, here with Romeo Bertham and Charlie Baldelli. So this is what I noticed over the weekend. My son did some finagling around with our television. Well, our television service, I should say. And somehow, poof, I'm getting Disney Plus for the streaming service for free for the next 6 months.
Wow.
Some promotion that they're having. Oh, well, fantastic. This is unbelievable. So I'm flipping through to see, okay, what are they offering that I can watch?
Right.
And then a bunch of movies, a bunch of musicals, a lot of cartoons, and we stopped on one of the cartoons, and it was Goofy Plays Football. It was made in 1944 or 48. I don't know.
Really?
So it's somewhere. It's in the 40s. Okay. Wow. This is what's unbelievable though. You go to hit play, and it's about to start, but in small print, in the upper left corner, it said, basic warning: there is tobacco use in this picture.
Really? In the late 40s?
Well, yeah. And then when you watch it, it's them playing. I thought it was pretty funny. It was the Texas Taxidermies against something A&M. It was pretty funny. But the football coach is smoking a cigar.
Now, was this added later, Joe?
Yes, because
because back then it was
the actual cartoon is in the middle of the screen, and there's space on each side of your screen TV, so it's in the space on the sides. Small print up in the side where the kids won't really see it because they're gonna concentrate on the big goofy face that's in the middle. But it's for the parents to see, or whether or not we'll let the parents will decide whether or not it's good enough to
unbelievable
to let our child watch it. Because I said, okay, let's see. So I turned to my wife and said, someone must be smoking. And so we started it, and it's kind of used for comic effect.
Right.
The coach has a big, huge cigar he's chomping on, and I said, there you go, there it is. And I'm thinking, is this going... I guess they figure if kids see this, we're going to run out and buy cigars or cigarettes and start smoking. No. I'm like, but you've got to put those kind of disclaimers in now. So now I'm waiting to see what else they're going to be.
But you know what? Old black and white movies, smoking was prevalent.
Constant.
Everybody smoked in the black and white.
Including the doctors. Once the doctors are done examining you, I'll meet you in my office, and then he'd sit behind his desk, light up the cigarette.
It was.
I'm playing a what?
That was back then.
I can even remember a real life experience. A local doctor delivered all my kids. I'm not going to mention his name either, but very well known in the community, a very heavy smoker, and he died of lung cancer in the early 60s. But I mean, back then, he should have known better. Yeah. Because but he was addicted to nicotine, obviously.
Now, what I got to do is go find on Disney Plus the movie Pinocchio.
Yes.
Do you remember the movie Pinocchio?
Yes.
Are you kidding, Joe?
Come on, that was
you know
your
how old I am. Of
but
course I remember.
Oh, okay, very good.
Pinocchio.
Well, he goes off to the Pinocchio goes off to the island with the island of the bad boys. They are smoking and drinking.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm waiting to see what comes up. It'll say depiction of tobacco use. I wonder if it'll say depiction of alcohol use.
It could be.
And other things like that.
Isn't it the Washington Post that has the Pinocchio Award?
I don't know.
One of those papers in Washington, Washington Post or Washington whatever.
Could be the Post. Yeah. I don't know.
And there's another one in Washington.
Why did they give the Pinocchio Award? The biggest liar?
Biggest liar.
What would that would be? Let me think. Leave it at that.
Yeah, no comment.
Okay.
All right. If you're looking for something to do during the quarantine, by the way, you can try to break this guy's record down in Australia.
Down under, yeah.
He has broken the record for the longest time fully submerged in ice.
Oh, my God.
All right. Some people,
who's going to challenge that?
Someone will eventually.
Some Eskimo somewhere.
He's breaking his own record. So he had the record and said, you know what, I think I can go a little longer.
How long?
How long?
Let's see. Joseph Kerbel sat in a box of ice cubes with nothing but a swimsuit on for 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 57 seconds.
Oh, that leaves me cold. Really
all right. Yeah. Wow. Looking for a little warmth.
But it broke his previous record. That was only 30 minutes. So, I mean, he went
how do
way...
you do that? I mean, I
don't know.
What do you do? Sit on ice cubes? Or did they encase them in ice cubes?
In a box. Maybe just sat like in a tub, and maybe they poured ice cubes in. I don't know. He told reporters he was able to dampen the wave of pain for so long by drawing on positive emotions. So, you think about Bambi for a while. Once removed from the icebox, the 42-year-old said the sun felt really good.
Really?
And you take a hot shower.
That's
a
the
quote.
understatement of the day.
Couldn't that lower the body temperature to a point where it could be dangerous for you? I mean,
Well, that's the point. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, how do you not get frostbite
How do you? Yeah.
after 2 hours? And
I would be shivering after 5 minutes.
So would most of us.
Probably be dead after half an hour.
I wish I was back in Florida, right, Romeo?
It's bad. It's bad if you see some of those athletes.
Yeah.
They got to put their elbow in ice to get the swelling to go down.
Oh,
and
really?
that's-
What
Yeah.
about the ice bucket challenge? Even that?
Well, that was water
that was just
mostly.
but
and
still.
it was temporary.
Yeah. I know, but
And
still.
lasted a few seconds.
That-
This is
Yeah. Hours.
how do you even? Well, I guess you can practice for it, but why would you want to?
To make
make
Guinness
history?
Book of Records,
Yeah,
and
you know.
get publicity.
You got
is
nothing
getting it,
better.
obviously.
I guess nothing better to do.
Wow.
I don't know.
I think some
That is
people
a
just
long
examine the Guinness World Records and find one that they think they can break.
Yes.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
can break that one. Yeah, we'll just do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Come up with one that's not even in there.
Yeah.
You know,
You're probably right.
longest time sitting in a chair
well,
without moving. I don't
I know
know.
some
There's
people who
something-
could probably break that record. Not me. I know some people. Yeah.
Not me.
You're too active, Charles. That's
But
why you're so young and vibrant looking. Notice I said looking. Because we know the age is there, but you could fool anybody.
Well, walking. Walking is the
Yeah.
key.
That is
Sure.
key.
You know, and I tell this story, Joe, and you appreciate this story. And I tell it to all my friends that are older than you guys.
You have friends that are older than you?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Not many. There aren't many, Romeo.
Keep going.
There is a couple.
What do you
But
tell
I
them?
point to my legs, and I always say to
Yeah.
them, what are these things? And they go,
Yeah.
Somebody, what are you talking about, Charlie? Those are your legs. I go, no, those are not your legs.
Say your tires.
That is the foundation of your body.
Yeah.
Your legs are your foundation. Keep them strong. Walk, and walk some more.
And
Your
it's the
legs are the foundation of your
And it's the
body, and
type-
they'll hold you up.
type of exercise that you can do at any age. Once
That's right,
time
you can
start
walk.
walking till
Right.
you're 100.
Yeah,
if you can still walk.
absolutely. And I do a lot of walking.
But some people lose the ability to use their legs.
Yeah,
after some
accidents
age.
or
you know, and
disease or
that's
something
Well,
kind of
then
sad.
I can't help them. But
No, yeah.
I'm a preacher of
Yeah.
the foundation.
No, it's a
You
great-
want to be in your 80s and you don't want to be in a walker or
Yeah.
a cane or
Oh, you're
in
right.
a wheelchair. Walk.
My uncle used to walk quite a bit because mostly, well, when it was nice out, and he wanted to keep up the strength in his legs,
Right.
Because he skied,
Oh, okay. Oh,
and he
oh,
skied
oh.
he was about 92.
Wow.
Good for him. Good
That's
for
great.
him.
Yeah, and so it was like Charlie said, he attributed it to
Yeah.
walking during the off season
Yeah.
to keep your legs up and ready to go, and your hips.
It's great.
Keep
It's
those
great.
strong going,
it's
too.
Great exercise. There's no doubt about
Oh,
it.
it is. I walk every day. I try to walk every day, at
You
least a
do it.
mile.
You do it here as well.
Yeah,
as-
and
as
in Florida, I
Florida.
walk more than a mile.
Yeah.
Couple
Because
miles
it's
a
nicer,
day.
right?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's nice walking.
And when are you leaving, Charlie? Or is that?
October
Uh-huh.
13th.
Okay.
All right.
Then we come back home for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Then we leave again around the 3rd or 4th of December. Last year was the first year we celebrated Christmas
In Florida? Yeah.
That's a unique experience.
Must be.
Christmas in Florida. You look out the window, you don't see a pine tree, you see a palm tree.
And what did you do? You went to the beach on Christmas Day, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
After the
Yeah, Siesta Key Beach,
There
best
you go.
beach in the country.
nice, beautiful beach.
So, Charlie, we talked about the riots a little earlier, and who's behind it? Because somebody is behind. Because when they go in, when the police do go in and arrest people, they're never from
Right,
that area.
right.
Yeah.
My wife has
the
a
Rochester riots. No one's from New York, and the ones in Pittsburgh, no one's from Pennsylvania.
My wife has an.
How are they
theory
getting
of
to
that.
these
She
things?
said George Soros.
I keep hearing that, but how come nothing's been pinned on
he's
him yet?
anti-American, and he sponsors all of that stuff.
How is he getting these people to these places so quickly?
Probably paying them.
Yeah,
But how's he doing it?
don't know.
Logistically, how are they getting there so quickly? And who's deciding? We got to be here. We got to be here. We got to be over here. It's amazingly well organized.
It's an organized anarchy, if that makes any sense. 'Cause
Yeah,
anarchy
yeah,
is
absolutely, Romeo.
complete
That makes a
opposite
lot of
organization.
sense. Makes a lot of
Organized anarchy,
sense.
yeah. No doubt about
George Soros hates this country.
Do you blame
Anything he
him?
can do to bring
Yeah.
it down, he
Yeah.
will.
What does he own?
What you what?
How does he? How did he make his money? What is he?
A financier.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
I don't understand how. Okay, we need people to go be rioting in Buffalo, New York, and they get there within days.
Oh, just contact people.
They probably plan it 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
Really,
you know,
I
2 weeks
found
from now
out
it'll be Detroit, and then in November it'll be Cleveland or whatever. I don't know.
I found out this weekend reading about it. Kamala Harris.
Yep.
She raised bail for the rioters in one of the.
I heard that.
She raised bail. One of those that were rioters that were arrested.
A lot of the Democrats did.
She raised money to bail them out.
Yeah, they all went into some fund. She donated money to some fund that was used to bail out a lot of them a few months back.
I heard that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know about a lot, but I heard about her.
Maybe that'll be brought up during the.
I'm sure.
During the debates.
Well,
anyway.
it better be. I mean.
The other thing is, I want to be Joe Biden's son. I want a job in Ukraine for $1 million a year in a project I know nothing about.
Yeah, how about Donald Trump Jr.? Yeah.
I'll say one thing about Donald Trump. Say what you will about him.
Yeah.
He brought up some great kids. There's nothing about them that's notorious or.
Okay.
His family is not dysfunctional at all.
You don't want to go after families, though. That's the last thing. I brought it up only because he works for the president.
Yeah.
And, very controversial. And some people are saying he's being groomed to be president someday.
Really?
I don't think.
If you watched his speech at the RNC, Don Jr. looked like he would want to run.
Yeah,
really? Yeah, I didn't watch it.
So keep your eye out.
His daughter.
She did a very good at the beginning, introducing him.
Yeah.
At the beginning before his speech, though, it was very good.
Yeah.
One last thing before we go from the if you didn't have bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. This man is trying to in France. He's trying to kill a fly in his house, and he blew up his house.
Oh my God!
82-year-old man saw the bug, started to try to hit it with an electric swatter. However, he did not realize that a gas canister in his house was leaking. A reaction between the racket and the canister sparked an explosion, blowing up the kitchen and part of the roof.
Oh my God!
The man only suffered a burn to his hand. He is staying at a campsite while the family makes repairs to his home. No word on what happened to the fly. The fly got away.
The fly got the last laugh on that one. You want to kill me, huh? I'll show you. Watch your house go up, buddy.
All right, we've come to the end of the program. So, Charlie Baldelli, thanks for coming in today.
My pleasure, Joe.
Happy Labor Day to you.
And again, happy anniversary to you.
Thank you very much.
Romeo Bertha? I didn't realize that, Joe. Happy anniversary.
And,